I like your blazer. It's nice.
Jeff, fire away.
Yeah, kind of a two-parter, Coach. You start the game 1 of 15 from the floor. What makes Chicago a good defensive team? And then part two of that, you outscore them by 21 points in the second half, opened up the third quarter on a 16-3 run. What did you like about the second half adjustments?
I think Chicago has a lot of versatility defensively. Mabry knows how to top block and be physical. Allen has been in this league for a minute, so she knows, play calls and pressuring the basketball. And then, the two young posts, they're very physical. They come from defensive-minded college systems. So their ability to, blow up ball screens or, just be big and at the nail and have a presence. I think they have length. I think they're physical. And they play defense with some aggressiveness and physicality that you have to play with in this league. What's the second part of your question?
Your second half, you outscored them by 21, and just the adjustments that you liked in the second half.
I thought that I did like the looks that we were getting in the first half. There are points in the game where we have to be sharper with the basketball, like the live ball turnovers, the end of quarter situations. In the second half, I thought we were aggressive to get into the paint. I thought getting to the free throw line was huge for us, and just having some variety in our ball screens, attacking their bigs, finding single side tags, and just reading the game.
Jewel had 2 points in the first half, finished with 20. What did you see out of her? And then also Nneka had the double-double of 24 and 13.
Yeah, we started the third quarter just trying to get her a little bit of isolation closer to the basket. And her aggressive level picked up once she got, 2 feet in and got some rhythm to her, got to her kill spots and made some really good reads. Playing in transition helps with that as well. So, defenses aren't as set. Sorry, the second part. You're giving me two parters.
Yeah. Trying to make some. Nneka's performance, I felt, she was very good.
I thought she was very solid. There are a lot of 50-50 balls, hustle plays, getting on the ground. Rebounding was tremendous. Those athletes that she has to defend and go against, it's a tall task to box them out and jump as high as they are jumping, but she's strong, she's physical. A lot of traps that she was in, she was getting deflections, but also pressuring the basketball defensively. It really, really sparked what we did. And then when you get Nneka in space, she's an efficient finisher. So our ball screen reads and how we attack that, she was a big culprit of that.
Kennedy Carter had 33 2 days ago, held to 21 today, but also much less efficient. What did you like about your defensive changes?
I thought that we were very mindful of being in to be out. I thought that we were too spread out the first time that we played. I thought that Jordan was in her space. An athlete like that who can score at a high clip, you just want to make it difficult. And I thought that Jordan did a better job of just even staying in a stance, keeping her in front, but also it was a team effort. So our awareness to pack the paint a little bit more, our awareness to, be in transition and understand that our one-on-one defense with her was important, but our help side was even more important.
Thank you for the compliment. I didn't hear it at first.
Okay.
Angels set a new WNBA record for 13 consecutive double-doubles. And I'm curious in these back-to-back games, but y'all also played this guy earlier this season. What stands out to you about her ability to go after these rebounds and put together these 13 games with ease, it seems like?
Yeah, that's amazing. Congratulations to her and what she's been doing. Her first year in the league is obviously legendary. Not a lot of athletes have done that. And she has an innate ability to just go rebound the basketball. She has like a knack for knowing where the ball is going to go, but also a lot of what rebounding is heart and desire and pursuit. She's very physical. She doesn't back down any matchup that she's had, and she knows that she's good at rebounding. And so she makes a point to assert herself, whether it's offense or defensive rebounding, and she's finding ways to be an impactful player and playing within herself. The other day she hits those threes and kind of talks a little bit of trash, but I like that because she's a competitor, and she's getting better game by game.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Skylar's role in that last quarter and her big run to bring the Storm to solidify the win?
Yeah, I mean, she's, the head of our snake as relates to our defensive presence and intensity. She's on the ball a lot. She's taken a lot of point guard coverages, but also, she's, one of the others that had to guard Kennedy when Jordan was not on her. And, her passion to play the game gives us a lot of energy on both sides of the court. She hit that big three. She made a lot of really big plays, especially in transition to have her going downhill. And, the last part of that is just the pick and roll. She's an elite pick and roll playmaker. And so whether it's her getting a bucket or finding her teammates, she reads the game well. And thought that she had a lot of great moments for us. And, her competitive nature, her dog, like all of those things, it gives us a lot of confidence.
We talked about rebound just a few minutes ago. Last game, the Storm had 27 rebounds. Today you had 36. What changed? What made it better this game?
Part of that, Camilla only played 20 minutes. She was out a little bit more. I thought that, taking a look at film, we saw moments of the game where we were a little bit more spread out. Our guards, even though Nneka and Ezzy kind of cleaned up those boards, I thought, it's imperative that was that 8, no, 3. Sky got 3, Joe got 2, Jordan got 4. I just thought that there was more of an effort to stay in the paint and not leak out, but a majority of that was just a desire for from Ezzy and Nneka to go pursue those boards, and I think that they're very sharp and aware that we needed to limit Chicago to one shot, and I thought that we did a better job, especially in the second half.
Let's take a question on Zoom from Christian Brasso. Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, throughout these different games, especially earlier in the season, some games didn't really go the team's way. You and a lot of other players also said that you're not really here to win a championship. You're here to fight for a championship, compete for one. During these runs, and especially in this game, there was a 10-2 run, I believe a 16-2 run. Do you see that kind of competitive fervor for your team in these moments? Because they kind of engineered the game, especially from a defensive standpoint, to feed into the offense.
Yes, we're a very competitive group. Our vision is very clear. From day one, we talked about competing for a championship, but also what that entails, being disciplined, being competitive. And I think we're showcasing that, this is, we're halfway through the season and though we're a new team and growing together, we're finding moments to capitalize in the game. These are reps that this group really, really needs, especially when we're trying to find ways to get better on the court, but also win games. And Chicago's record isn't indicative of the type of team they are. It is very difficult to come by wins in this league. And, our team understands that and, not taking our competition for granted, but also rallying together in those runs and the timeouts, the talking, the connectivity. These are all moments that we're growing in, and it's showing up on the court.
And then we'll wrap up with Jeff.
Coach, I realize you had a shorter rotation of just 7 players in this game. Can you kind of just talk about that?
Yeah, I thought that our bigs were rolling. I thought that we had good energy and good pace about us. I thought that, the unit that was on the floor, had some good chemistry and cadence to what they're doing. I thought Sammy came in and gave us some great minutes, and as did Sadie's. But sometimes it's about winning that ball game and keeping them in that pocket. And I thought, it's always a communication aspect. I took Ezzy out kind of late in that fourth quarter, and she communicated that she just needed a break. And that's what it is trust, but also awareness of our players to know that, trying to get some wins. Yeah.
All right, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Sorry,
you, Coach.
Jay. Yeah, of course.